What's up, baby? Hello. I know we just met, do we have to take it slow though? I like a little bit of everything. I promise I won't do nothing that you want, too embarrassed to admit you need in your life. I would not think twice to make you feel nice, create paradise. If I spend the night, I'll break you off right. All I need is that green light. So invite me to your crib, hey. Well, I will bring my magic fingertips, saying maybe I could run them up and down the whole like the Abati until you bust a nut. Or we could order Uber Eats and hit the backwood, and after dinner get them cheeks clapping real good. I'm bringing nothing but the heat if you invite me to your crib, yeah. I take your socks off slow. I ball one up and put it inside of my asshole, cause I'm a sucker for that freak shit. I'm on some real G shit. You get a taste and you will never go back to the way things were when you were so damn insecure. You've always had a freak in you, and you just needed that green light. So invite me to your crib, hey. Well, I will bring my magic fingertips, saying maybe I could run them up and down the whole like the Abati until you bust a nut. Or we could order Uber Eats and hit the backwood, and after dinner get them cheeks clapping real good. I'm bringing nothing but the heat if you invite me to your crib, yeah. I waited so long to find my other half, then you let me snort Cheeto dust off your ass, and I knew right there that my search was over, because I'd found you. Cause you invited me to your crib, ay, and I brought my magic fingertips. Say I ran those motherfuckers up and down the whole like the Abati, and made you bust a, ooh. Then we ordered Uber Eats and hit the backwood, and after dinner I got them cheeks clapping real good. You know I'm only bringing heat when you invite me to your crib, yeah. So invite me to your crib, hey. Well, I will bring my magic fingertips, saying maybe I could run them up and down the whole like the Abati and make you bust a nut. Or we could order Uber Eats and hit the backwood, and after dinner get them cheeks clapping real good. I'm bringing nothing but the heat if you invite me to your crib, yeah. You know I'm only bringing heat when you invite me to your crib, I'll probably finish on your feet next time I'm over at your crib.
Good morning. How we doing this morning? Did you guys miss me yesterday? Huh? Did you miss me? I know you did. Probably missed me like what do you call it? Like a canker sore. Oh man, boy, coffee's hot this morning. Good night. Then burnt the hair off my tongue. Oh me. All right, so. Always miss me? Well, you're way too considerate there. Thank you so much, Asmo. I appreciate that. It's God himself left to new him. No. I am not the Lord God Almighty. I'm just his messenger. I'm just a lowly little, just a delivery boy. I'm nothing really. DMax's video. We may talk about that a little bit. DMax does, whatever reason, it embarrasses him if people talks about it. But the artist, right? The artiste, I don't know, they get a little really nearly strange about stuff sometimes. So anyway, let's get into it. All right, so right off the bat, we have some freshly brewed, got some freshly brewed coffee this morning. This is fresh and hot. Good, not just as fresh and hot. Anyway, as always, Purple Paw Prince coming out with a banger right off the bat, right off the bat. So I appreciate that about her. So this story, our main story, we're going to get right into this because this is a good one. This is something else. So some of the terminology of this story, I am not, how do I put this? I'm not up to speed because there's a little bit of a language barrier because it's from European, and they have some terms and phrases over there that we don't use here in the States. So, Lord Asmo, and I don't know who is there anyone else that's over from the UK? Who else is there? I don't think there's anyone else here right now that's from the UK. But anyway, if I get any of this, if I get any of these terminologies wrong, please correct me. So there was a group. Old man, thank you, Maggot. I appreciate the sentiments. It touches me. It really does. So there was this couple. There was what do you call it? Let me bring this up on the screen. There was a group of people, and they call it a hen and stag party. Now, from my understanding, this is not necessarily associated with like a special occasion per se, say like a wedding party or anything like that, but it's just means that a mixed group of people, men and women, kind of go on a trip together, right? It's called a hen and a stag. It can also correlate to like a wedding, like, if it's going to be a wedding thing, you know what I'm saying? Where, like a bachelor party slash, what do you call it? Bridal party, what do you call it? Anyway, it could be that too. Well, so they all went on this outing together, right? So let's listen. As you can see, this is coming from a WhatsApp or whatever. So let's listen to this story. Do I got the audio up? Yeah, I got the audio up. Good. Here we go.
Tell the story because I'm literally telling everyone it's so horrific. So my friend Amelia, who I was with yesterday, she's got a mate called Ellie who's in a house share in London, and Ellie shares with like a bunch of girls. And one of the girls was telling her she's just been on a hen do to Amsterdam, where the stag and the hen went at the same time. I think they're all just like a mixed social group who kind of like knew each other, but then the stag went one day and then.
Okay, so Kill Sim says a hen and stag is always pre-wedding. Okay, so it is tied to weddings then? Okay, so I guess they were going to this pre-wedding gathering hen and stag thing, but they went jointly, and they were the people involved in this was from London, but they went to Amsterdam, right? So that's the setup. Okay.
The hen one way and the hens went the other. And one of the girls on the hen do got super drunk and went into one of these booths with like a glory hole. And so a guy.
So let me back that up just a smidge here so you can hear that again. Make sure you hear this.
and went into one of these booths with like a glory hole. And so a guy on the other side stuck his dick through, so the girl was just drunk and started sucking him off. But it was one of these ones apparently where like if like she pushes a button and the guy pushes a button on the other side, they can kind of see who's on the other side. Like it makes it like transparent like a window so they can see.
So some of you may be having a little bit of difficulty. I had to listen to this 2 or 3 times so that I could make sure that I understand. So here's what has happened. So this bridal party, both the bride and the groom, also known as a hen for the bride and a stag for the groom, they went and had a joint pre-wedding adventure in there. They live in London and they went to Amsterdam, right? So they're in Amsterdam. One of the women in the bridal party, one of the bridesmaids, has a little bit too much. She overindulges. She has a little bit too much. And so she goes into one of these establishments that evidently this is a thing in Amsterdam, right? It's called, they have what's called a glory hole. And what it is it allows 2 adults to consensually have intercourse, right? So she goes into one of these facilities, and she goes in there, and a penis appears in the glory hole. She starts performing oral sex on said penis. Now, allegedly, this is a super fancy one, glory hole place, right? Where you can push a button. Why do you feel like people's teaching sex ed? Yeah, kind of am, I guess, a little bit. Because some of this stuff is not something that is, I think well, I know it's not something that is, we don't have, okay, it's not to say we don't have some glory holes in the U.S. There are, but they're usually in like seedy, like truck stops or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not, they're not, But anyway, so this was a little bit, I guess, fancier establishment. And so they have a button you can push. And if both sides push the button, it basically like defogs the window pane or whatever you want to call it in between the two booths, right? So that you can see, right, because the whole thing behind a glory hole is it's supposed to be where it's like anonymous, right? It's just because basically you have one person sticking their genitalia through a hole and then another person that is receiving or providing said services to genitalia. Now, it could be another man, it could be another woman. You just don't know. That's the Russian roulette of it, right? You're just sticking your penis through this hole and you're just letting what may happen. So now let's get back to the story.
And so, being drunk, she thought it'd be hilarious to push this button just to see who she'd been sucking off. And so she pushes the button and looks up, and it's her dad on the other side.
That's right. You heard that right. It was her dad who was on this excursion for this stag and hen party. Yes. You heard right. Now, do you want to hear the rest of the story? If you want to hear, because we still have about 20 minutes or 20 seconds or so of this story. Do you guys want to hear the rest of the story? Because there's more. So Magus says, no. Magus, oh God, yes, please play the rest. No. Her dad, yeah. So here we go. Here's the rest of the story. No, it was not Grace Thorpe Pickleton. And if you want the Thorpe stories, you got to go listen to Ziley. Ziley has the download on that. She's got all that. Go misbehave in your own country. No, Asmo, your country. No, Amsterdam, the glory holes. That's you, baby. That's all you. So hang on here. You ready? Let's listen to the rest of the story.
And apparently, like, the hen and the stag do all went home early because it was like so traumatic, and the girl's falling out with all her family. The mum's obviously found out and is like not speaking to the dad. Like, it's broken up the whole family because this girl sucked off her dad through a glory hole.
So, yeah, brings a whole new meaning to sugar daddy, right, Alice? It does. It 100% brings out a whole new story about sugar daddy. Now, there's more, guys. There is more. Do you want the other shoe to drop? Because we've just heard one shoe. You ready for the other shoe? Did he finish? The story don't say. The story doesn't say if he finished. Yeah, can you see that? Yeah, my husband cheated on me with our daughter. Yeah, that's a thing, right? So here, guys, here is the rest of the story. Oh, yeah. There's more, Zali. There's more, right? So you ready? So here is the rest of the story. Now, this story is coming. I originally saw this being fed out there on the bad taste in that girl's mouth. That's pretty good, Pickleton. I like that. That's pretty funny. So anyway, this is an article on the story. You ready? Here we go. So, did the Amsterdam hen and stag do story really happen? Well, it turns out that this is one of these urban myths. You know how an urban myth, back in the day, before there were cell phones and texting and this, that, whatever else, you know how we would, we would tell these stories or whatever. They just be, they would all urban stories, right? They weren't true, whatever, right? But in this modern day age of all the technology stuff that we have, right, where people can record video, audios, things like that to tell these stories, it makes it go viral, right? A lot faster, a lot quicker, right? And so this is one of these deals where, it's all this. This was just a one of those urban myths, as they say. The way and how they found out and knew and figured out this was all fake was, I guess somebody decided to actually do a little research, and evidently there were they contacted all the different establishments in Amsterdam that offer this service, because glory holes in Amsterdam are a legitimate thing, right? That much of the story is true, right? What wasn't true and is not true is they don't. It's really in your heart. They don't have the buttons, right, to push to be able to see who it is. But some of the people reacted to this. There's some of the comments and stuff under these stories or whatever, right? It says, when you push the button in Amsterdam and the light comes on and you see your dad stood there.
I thought, you fucker. But you clever fucker. I thought, you fucker. But you clever fucker.
That's pretty funny, right? It says when you wish you never pushed the unblur button on the glory hole in Amsterdam. Just book Amsterdam with me daughter. Can't wait. Drinking with an old fellow who just got back from a stag do in Amsterdam. Must have been a heavy one. He's hardly talking. So,
You mean to tell me
Mhm.
you told this story
Yes.
at 7:30 in the morning?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Haven't gone to bed yet, and now I'm gonna have nightmares.
Well, that's what I try to do here. A little levity, a little fun.
You know, you're just as bad as I am because I like to ruin my members. When I do member streams, I like to try to ruin people's childhoods.
Do you? Well,
Yeah.
I came across this story and I was like, no, this shit's so messed up. It's not even funny. But I was like, it's funny as hell. It is actually funny as hell because I was like, this is a story. If I do this right, if I tell it right, if I present it right, I think it can be funny, right?
Had me there for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you had Maggot too. Maggot was in the chat going, "It's too early. It's too early for this."
Good, Maggot. I hope it made you choke on your Monster Energy drink this morning. How about that?
Yes, the way she gives away kisses and stuff like that. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
She's
exactly.
yelling at me too today because she's always yelling at me about my sleep schedule.
Well, she does kind of have a little bit of a point.
Are you turning on me?
No. Your sleep schedule is a little bit messed up.
It is. I can't help it. I'm trying and I go to bed and I lay there for like 2-3 hours and I can't sleep.
Yeah. Have you tried getting any? There's some stuff over the counter you can get that's like sleep aids. Have you tried any of that?
I actually told my husband I'm getting that today.
Yeah.
I'm getting sleep aid today.
Yeah.
I need something.
Yeah.
Turn my brain off.
When I was younger, there were times where my sleep schedule would get so just out of whack, and it was like forever before I could get it straightened back out. Your internal clock gets just haywire on you, and then
when I was younger, I could go 2 days no sleep and be fine. Now, if I get to the point I have to lay down, it's like you know how you fix it? You normally fix it by hardly getting any sleep, and then when you go to bed you crash, right?
Yeah.
But I can't do that because once I get to a certain point of having no sleep, my heart starts palpitating.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're not a spring chicken no more, and you can't do that.
I know. I hate this shit. I'm so used to being Wonder Woman, never getting sick, I've never broken a bone, never done any of that, and now I'm just falling apart.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate it.
I don't appreciate it either.
It sucks.
Are you you know about Meta PC, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
they followed me.
Did they? Yeah.
Yeah, and the one dude, Zach dude, he followed me too.
Yeah. I don't want to brag or flex or anything, but yeah, I'm actually in the DMs with Zach. And
well, I mean, you have more clout than I do, so
I don't know about all that. I'm just in the middle of working doing a business deal with him. So
yeah.
But no, those guys they are really cool people. They really are. And I'm not. Listen, I don't have a brand deal with them. I mean, it would be cool. I would love to get a brand deal. If I could get a brand deal before, say, somebody like Nick DiOrio,
that would be hilarious. I'm just saying.
I would love to frost that little butterball's ass. That would be great.
I know that's right. I'd be right there doing it with you too. Going, look what Peepaw got before you there, Nicholas DiOrio. Use code Peepaw.
Go Peepaw. I'll get you a good deal on the PC, dude. But no, anyway, so I was scrolling through YouTube and stuff, and I came across this short. They Meta PCs, they're a PC company. They build PCs, they custom PCs. They have they have like what they call ready to go. You just go there, and they've got different price points depending on what your price point is. They've got different. If you want an AMD, do you want an Intel? Do you want a NVIDIA graphics card, or do you want? I don't think they don't call them Raiden. They call them Raidens anymore. I don't know. Because AMD actually bought out that graphics card manufacturer, and I'm not for sure. I don't use them anymore. I used to use those cards, graphics cards, but I had some bad luck with the series. And since then, I went strict NVIDIA, and that's all I use for my graphics cards is NVIDIA now.
I just point. I look at my husband. I point, say, one, and my husband goes this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, that's what I do because I
There you
don't
go.
know anything
Yeah.
about that.
But the other thing that I like was there's been some stories that have come out about MetaPC where people off the street have come in where they bought the components themselves and tried to assemble them and had difficulties with them, or they actually bought it from another manufacturer and they're having difficulties with it, and they've come in and MetaPC works with them and gets their machines up and going, right?
Yeah.
So they're like a full service shop. Now I'm sure that they charge these people a fee for, bringing things in off the street to be worked on, right? And I would expect as much. But there are some companies out there, like for example, if you bring in a PC that either A, they didn't build, or B, from a competitor, they're not going to touch it. They'll tell you to go back to that competitor, right?
Right.
So I think it's extremely cool that this company is more customer oriented. They're customer orientated, or shit, I can't say it. They focus on the customer.
Orientated.
Yes, they focus on the customer, right? They're not. The almighty dollar is not necessarily their first, goal. So it's customer status. Anyway, I came across this, and I they do streams where they build PCs on streams. I think they did over on Twitch, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's on Twitch.
But then they also have a YouTube channel where they will put up little videos here and there. They do some really wild. They'll get like these custom cases and build like these really like they did one that was like a board cube, right?
Yeah, I want the cube.
You want the cube? They ordered one in the other day. It was a tank, but it had been damaged in shipping, and the glass had gotten all shattered. I don't know what they're going to do with it, because essentially without the glass, the case is useless. Evidently, the company that was making these went belly up. So I think they may have just gotten hung out to dry on that. And it was like I think the case was like several hundreds of dollars, just the case, right? So, but anyway, so this is let me bring this up. I don't know which one. Can I use this one? Will it show it up? Yeah, I think we could do this one. All right. So this is Zach. This is the actual one of the owners of MetaPC, and this is it's just it's a YouTube short, so it's like 60 seconds, where somebody had it was like he had received a question, right, where they do ask Zach or whatever, right? So anyway, let's listen to what he has to say.
How did you start a PC building company? Well, to answer that, we need to go all the way back to the year 2002. Some of you may have not been alive then, which makes me feel very, very, very old. Here's the original website that I had back in 6th grade. I sold refurbished PCs that I would go and buy at local thrift shops. My dad would drive me, and then
Yeah, in the 6th grade, which means he was probably 12 to 13 years old, and he was going out and buying old PCs and refurbing them, just a hustle to make it. So this man has a great work ethic and has worked all his life basically. And then Angel Fire, God, I remember the website Angel Fire. Jeez, that's old. But anyway, we'll continue.
I'd buy parts to fix them up or upgrade them and sell them online. Then when I was in my early 20s, I went to work for a guy that ran a bunch of local computer stores, and I helped him build an e-commerce brand where he could sell custom computers online. And I used that expertise to launch that brand. But I did something very, very stupid. I had no ownership in that company. So my friends and I took all of our knowledge and expertise and started MetaPCs. And now we get to do what we love every single day and build computers for people like you. And as for the company that I used to work for, honestly, I wish them the best. Moral of the story here is, it's a bit cliche, but do what you love. It's a great question. Thanks for asking, and thanks for the support. How did you...
So, I watched that and I was listening to it. And I was like, because if you know the actual history and story behind all of Zach and MetaPC and what happened, right? For him to still say, hey, the other company I worked for, I wish him all the luck, and good for you. That's so I don't know what was the term the kids used it, balling. It's just balling, right? This other company that he worked for, it's like you said, he built that division up. He basically put it on his back and he carried it to the mountaintop, and that company was getting like they had sponsorships like with Ricky Berwick and several other really big YouTubers, right? And if I remember the story right, there was a creator in our midst in this part of the world that actually bought a PC like from that company based upon, because Ricky, right, used code Berwick or whatever, what it was, code tongue or whatever it was that he used with him. And it turns out that Ricky was in the process of severing his relationship with that company because Zach here was starting up his own brand, right? Because like the thing that Zach came to the realization of is he had built this division up in that company, and he had zero stake. He had zero ownership. And so he was basically putting all this money into somebody else's pocket. Right? And he said, why not put it in my pocket instead? So he left that
company.
Why did you ask me that? I want to think it was like X. I know that I don't see that. I don't see that brand even being talked about anymore.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it's like X. I can't remember. I remember the story, a little bit of the story. I remember I know who could tell the story a lot better than me. Yeah, Pickleton knows. Tips Zydak. Yeah, there it was. Zydak was the name of the. Yeah, thank you, Pickleton. And it was Tipster. Tipster was the one that Tipster basically bought the PC, which I'm sure is a good PC and no whatever. But the thing of it is he bought it because of Ricky or whatever, and then Ricky basically dropped his brand deal with him like a week or so after he bought the PC. I don't even know if Tipster actually even had the PC in his hands yet. It was like
That's funny.
And anyway, so anyway, of course, then of course Meta turned around and got Ricky a whole different thing. So
you know what else I like about Meta PC?
What's that?
That they don't care about controversy. When it comes to, as long as it's not like obviously something bad, but the people they have hadn't been bad. But they don't care about controversy. People send them letters like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing this with Ricky Berger." They're like, "Fuck off."
When Bo Blacks got into all that drama with
oh, I know who you're talking about because those fans went to Meta PC about him.
Yeah, they sent letters and stuff to Meta PC, and Meta PC came out, made a statement, and basically said, because here's the thing you have to understand, right? And a lot of manufacturers or a lot of brands or whatever don't grasp this, right? When you partner up with somebody, say like a Ricky Berwick or whoever, right? Bo Blacks. And they do something or whatever to draw the ire of the internet, and you start getting all this stuff, these mass emailings and stuff, right? Guys, chances of them actually purchasing anything that you are selling to begin with, slim to none, right? It's called outrage culture. They try to present that there's this great outrage in the hopes that they financially ruin somebody. And the chances are of any of those people actually buying a PC from you to begin with, no. Those are the type of people that are going to walk down here to Best Buy and buy off the shelf. Now, that's not to say that you can't go buy a decent, reliable computer from Best Buy off the shelf.
Take it from me. Don't do it.
I'm not
Just saying.
I'm not shitting on Best Buy computers.
I am.
But what I'm saying,
own one.
But what I'm saying is, you're not going to get the performance that you would get from going to a company like Meta, because companies like Best Buy or hell, Walmart or any of these other companies like that, right? They put them inside these cases and they put all these bells and these LEDs and they make it look all real pretty and cool, right? And it makes it look like, oh, well, that's the same one as such and such. And you bring it home and what you find out is the motherboard in the thing is probably like anywhere from 7 to 10 gens behind, right? It's the process.
Mine was the SD something.
Yeah.
That was actually behind, and my computer was not updating. Okay, when I got it fixed, when I took it to the shop,
Yeah.
and I came back with it, I realized that my my 4K downloader was not the up to date one.
Yeah.
Even my my editing software was not the up to date one. Like everything looked different. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
SSD, there you go.
Yeah, SSD. Yeah, solid state drive. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, like I said, they're made in mass, right? They're mass produced, and like I say, they make them look like they're modern and they're the big powerful gaming. They're not. And what they do is they take stock components that are out there that are surplus, because they're several years old and nobody's buying them anymore, and they will throw them inside of a case and make it's basically like trying to shine up an old penny to make it look new. And it's new components and stuff. I'm not saying it's like old components, but it's like really old behind generational wise as far as performance. And so when you get it and you fire it up and you're like, God dang, this thing won't even run Fortnite or Minecraft worth of shit. What, and you get pissed off. It's because you've got a really old processor. Your RAM is like really old and has a really slow clock rate. And more likely the GPU they put in it is several years old, right? Several gens old. But now if you're not a gamer and you're not into doing a lot of that stuff, if you just want to surf the web, watch YouTube videos, that type of stuff, those type of computers are fine. They'll serve you well. They won't, but if you want to do some gaming and stuff like that, I would not buy from a big box retailer. I would go to some place like Meta PC, or, boutique, something like that, or, build your own and put them together. If you're so inclined and think you have that skill set. So
I definitely don't have that skill set.
Well, I have that skill set, but I tell you what, when I built this PC I have now, and I did the little stream and put that together, I struggled because honestly, between the arthritis in my hands and my eyesight being absolutely shit, I couldn't see the things that I needed to see. And I actually had to twist my youngest son's arm to come in to help me finish putting it together, because I couldn't see all the little, where to connect everything. And,
listen, y'all gave birth to him. He owed y'all that much. Okay.
Yeah. Right. But here's the thing. To me, actually, the thought of buying a PC and having it built and sent to me, it just, because I'm like, I'm an IT. I've been doing this stuff for 30 years. I think I may be getting to the point where I have to admit that I just don't have the tools anymore. My tools are old and rusty, and I just,
Hey, Paul,
what?
let me tell you something. Let me let you in on something.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a mechanic, right?
Mm-hmm.
My power steering, the whole entire connection to my power steering is basically falling apart. I'm gonna have no power steering here in a little bit.
Yeah.
And don't ask me how long it's been since I've changed my oil.
Oh my gosh. Well, I used to be able to change oil and stuff, but I don't even do that. To me, I would rather go in and let a mechanic do it. Once
I did it as a job, I don't want to do it myself. I'm trying to get my husband to do it for me. He just looks at me side-eye going, he looks at me and he goes, you can't say you don't know how to do it, right? I'm like, I'm telling you I don't want to do it. That's what I'm telling you.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's not.
I know how to do it. You know
Yeah.
I know how to do it. But yeah, ever since I did that as a job, I don't want to touch a car for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So, I've got this thing going on right now, where I'm trying to raise a little extra money to push me over the hump for this December giveaway, or whatever you want to call it, for the philanthropy deal. And I'm raising some money, right? And if we get to the $500 donation, we're like at 50% there, right? I'm gonna play 5 nights in a row, an hour a night. I'm gonna play 5 nights at Freddy's, right?
You crazy? I
know,
sure as hell wouldn't.
I know, right? But it seemed to tickle everybody's funny bones that I watched that damn thing that Pupper sent me the other day that scared the ever living water out of me. So they think, haha, we'll do this. Well, I said, okay, fine. You want me to do something like that? Then you guys have got to pay up. You want me to do it? Then you guys have got to pay. You want me to play? You're going to pay.
Better
right?
person than me. Let me tell you right now.
It's for a good cause. So, but anyway, there's a movie that has dropped. They actually made a movie of Five Nights at Freddy's, and there has been some controversy about this, right? Like I saw a clip. I'm not going to show it because YouTube and their community guidelines stuff, but because I think it's like some younger people, and if you show younger people fighting, evidently that gets you in trouble with the what they call it, the community guidelines. Yeah. So anyway, there was a theater full of young people, I guess, that went in to watch this, and they wound up, and there's like a big fight. Like the movie is playing on the screen, and these people are just beating the hell out of each other. All right. And then I came across this one, and I think I can show this one and not get into trouble, I think. So this is from a Five Nights at a theater in a mall, it looks like. And then this happens.
That's funny.
So, what that is how when at theaters they'll have the big cardboard, placards or whatever you want to call it, advertising different, films or whatever. And these little criminals stole that, took off running with it out the door or whatever, right? It's just crazy. To me, it's crazy because it's cardboard, but they're worth money. How are they worth money, Rooney Boo? I don't understand.
Well, it's like the old posters, like Rocky Horror Picture Show, the original posters and stuff like that. They're worth money.
Well, posters.
But Five Nights at Freddy's is like a cult classic. It literally has a cult following.
I get that, right? But having one of the old movie posters from like Star Wars or any of those other old movies like
that cardboard stuff is looked at the same way.
Yeah, but how do you display it? Because they're so huge.
You display it. You just put it in a corner somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I guess I'm just.
It's no different than a poster. It's just more inconvenient because it's big and bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you know what? Knowing them, the way they took it, they probably won't even take care of the damn thing, and they did all that for nothing.
Right. I mean, because they're running down those, which means you're going to bend it and crease it and all that stuff. So it's going to ruin its value. It's not going to be worth diddly squat.
True.
So Tommy C has a whole ass arcade behind him. They find a way. Yeah, I guess they find a way. You're right. They find a way. So anyway, this next one, I'm not for sure exactly. This is coming from the Drama Alert Twitter feed. I'm not for sure. I watched this and I don't understand this one at all. Right? So I'm gonna mute the audio because it's in a.
Wait, how did that happen?
I don't know. That's what I was talking about.
How do you do that?
The tree. Only thing I can think of is one or two things. Either the car was like a crane or something, picked the car up and set it down on top of the tree, or the car was set on top of where this tree was at and the tree grew up through the car, right?
Or Okay, now you've seen those kind of car accidents where they ended up like flying into the air into the second story of a house or something?
Yeah,
Maybe that happened. I need to see the top of the tree.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't think we ever, it didn't, if I remember right, it doesn't really show that. It just shows like it's one of those.
Right. Up. Okay, that makes no damn sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. How does this happen? How does this happen? I don't understand this. And it's like a newer car, so it's not like an old car that was just sitting there. Like, and it's not like it's not like they slid into the tree, right? Because the driver's side door is there, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I do not understand this thing. It's like because look at the limbs, right? The limbs of the tree. None of them are broken. Like, so if it was dropped down over, it would have peeled those.
That don't make no damn sense.
Toxic Dome says they no clipped. They glitched. Yeah, it's a glitch in the matrix. Yeah, they need to write a patch for this game because the
See, this is why I don't go outside. The graphics are terrible. Terrible.
This is just. Yeah, I don't know.
That tree had to have grown up through the fucking car because all those limbs right there would not be there.
I get that.
And the car would be fucked up.
I get that, right? But look at how new this car is, right? This is not like an older car. I mean, it's maybe 5 or 10 years old, maybe something like that. I don't think it's like super.
I'd say
super
at
old.
least 10. That's at least 10. Look at the front. Look at the way the front is on the car.
Yeah. It could be. This could be a deal. I wish I knew where this was. I don't even know what country this is in, but I don't know. It's just wild. That's just wild to me. I don't know. So
That don't make no damn sense.
no, it doesn't make no sense. All right.
Well, I'm going to go to bed.
You don't want to talk about the Amouranth beer?
Oh my God. I was going through a tweet last night on the broadcast.
Yeah.
And then it was either Bunny and Eva go down. And they wanted to talk about this. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Then I looked up the website.
Yeah.
And FYI, if you're going to look at the website, there's only one part of the website you want to look at and not get in trouble. Just saying.
I'm not going to the website.
Okay. Yeah.
All I'll say is this, right? This is a gimmick.
It's not their first alcoholic beverage after a woman.
No.
They have one named Amanda or something like that.
Yeah. So all I'll say is this, if they market this right, and if the price point is not just completely and totally insane, they probably will make some money. Amouranth will make some money because
she's got super simps.
Yes, and you've got other people out there that will buy, not because they're simps, but they'll buy it because of its collectability, right? They buy something. I don't know how much they're going to charge per bottle. Maybe, $100, $200, something like that per bottle. I'm sure it'd be something stupid. And they'll let it sit there for a little while, and when they're all sold out and they're not doing whatever, they can turn around and probably double or triple their money on it, right? It's an investment for them, because there's always going to be somebody that wanted one and didn't get one, right? Because most of these things like this usually are like a limited run. It's like the Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle that was sold, right? Mm-hmm. It's just, stuff like that. And this is nothing new. I mean, I kind of had some fun with K-Huck and the crew last night. And
I know you ran me out with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink this. Hell no, I wouldn't drink this.
Well, I exposed you on the broadcast saying
Did
that
you
would. Yeah. I was like, well, Peepaw said he'd drink it, and Badwick said he'd buy a 12-pack.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, whatever.
I
I mean,
expose all y'all's asses.
I don't give a shit. Here's, would I, as a gag? Yeah, probably so. I'm sure the beer will taste fine, right? Whatever. But
I don't like beer anyway.
yeah, but anyway, 8%
Cor
alcohol.
was telling me last night.
Yeah.
Cor, when I was talking to Cor last night, Cor was like, "So, Xylee, can I buy you a beer?" I'm like, "No, because I know exactly what beer you're fucking talking about. Don't even go there, sir. Don't even go there."
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I'm about to pass out.
Well, go get some rest time. Have a good, and I hope you have a good sleep.
stream,
Yeah,
people.
I will. I'm going to.
All right. I'll talk to y'all. Bye, chat. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
And everybody, that was Zadi. Make sure you check her stuff out over on Zadi Gets Real or the broadcast. She's good people. She's good people. All right. So I ask you guys a question. Do you know what the difference between stealing and shoplifting is? Right? If you go into a store, right, and you put stuff in, and you're with no intention of paying for it. You put it like in your bag or whatever it is, and you're going to just walk out the door with it. Do you know what difference is between them being classified as it being theft or stealing and shoplifting? Do any of you guys know what the difference is? Well, if you don't, you're in luck, because this person right here is going to explain to you what the difference is. Make sure they got the audio up, and here we go.
First of all, okay, I'm gonna tell the truth, but I feel like you're just trying to accuse me of stealing. No, broke people steal. I'm shoplifting, and let me tell you why. First of all,
okay. So broke people steal, but because this person is not broke, they're shoplifting. That's the distinction. If you've got money and you could pay for it, but you don't want to pay for it, that's shoplifting. But if you just broke ass, right, you get poor, and you take it, that's stealing. That's stealing. So that's the difference between stealing and shoplifting. I did not know that. So I personally am very thankful that this person educated me on the difference between what is shoplifting and what is stealing. Thank you so very much. Now, this next one, I'm going to just tell you, I'm glad Zadi left, because if the vagina beer messed with her, this story here is going to just, anyway, so in Portland, Oregon, there is a thing called the gum wall. And what people do is they take their gum and they stick it right? So there's this whole wall, as you can kind of see here on the side, right? You can see this here where people have stuck their gum, right? So check this out. So I'm going to be honest with you. That one bothers me a little bit. That one made me I had a little bit of involuntary thing, right? Is that not nasty, y'all? Would that not just... some people, I don't know what else to tell them. They just need Jesus. They just need some Jesus. That's all I'm going to say. Holy crap. Yeah, it is disgusting. 100%. I would rather drink 2 vagina beers as to do what that girl did with that gum wall. Whoa. All right. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, right? But yesterday, Nicholas DeOrio here tweeted out, "All right, gamers, it's finally time. The video drops tomorrow." Except for one problem. This was not Nicholas DeOrio. This was Toxic Piplup on his shit. Now, Toxic Piplup, it's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Toxic Piplup got, I don't know how many people yesterday with this stuff, right? For example, if you look here, so DMax tweets out, because, DMax had, put out a video yesterday, right? He goes, I beat him by that much, right? And I said, and I was just laughing at him. I said, yeah, you got so lucky, right? And here's the thing, right? You know what? He thought it was Nicholas DeOrio. He got jebaited. So poor Max got jebaited. Well, let's go and let's just see here, because we can go here, and I think if we click here, view quotes. Let's see who else. Critical Shogun. Let's go. He Jessica's, I swear to God, I'm gonna take his other eye. Ginger Ramuth says, do we believe him? And then Squatcha says, told y'all to have faith. So what if Nick dropped a video? Well, I hope Nick does drop a video. I really do. I hope he drops one very, very soon. We've been promised a Nicholas DeOrio video since, what is this? This is 2023. We have been promised a Nicholas DeOrio video I know of since end of September, 1st of October of 2022. He had this video that was, I think, fairly close to being completed. And I actually got to see like a section of it, a little teaser section of it. And I was excited because I was like, oh shit, this is a good one, right? And I can't tell you, I was sworn to cabal secrecy on that. But I was like really excited, and I was, hoping that, but evidently that video is not going to come out now. So then he moved away from that. And then, he was working on I think it was a tipster. Was it a tipster video he was working on? Yeah, I think it was tipster video work. And now, I think now he's working on I think the video he's actually going to be putting out is which one? Because he's done like 2 or 3, and I can't remember what the one he's actually supposed to be releasing here. Like he said, he had to put Sniper Wolf. He was putting out a Sniper Wolf video, but he said he had it pretty much done, except for he had to go back and change the ending because YouTube actually took some action against Sniper Wolf, so he'd go change up the ending of it or whatever. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, that was a thing. So since we're talking about it, so DMax put out a video, right? This was this was always kind of a deal. It was like, okay, you're putting out, but he's been making content. He's been doing live streams. He's even made a few little funny AI videos that he kind of, here and there, whatever, that type of stuff. But this, for him, this was his, because he put it on his main channel, right? His dead channel, as he calls it. Anyway, this is I'm not going to show that, but, hopefully if you guys have not, watched this, I would encourage you to go watch the video. I would also, encourage you to, subscribe to that channel, because he's going to be making the quote commentary style videos again over there on that channel. He's still going to stream and stuff like that, but he's going to he's back, and I, for one, am very happy that he's back and making content again. I think that his video has been well received. I don't think he's gonna get like thousands of views or anything of that nature, but I think it's got several hundred views already. And it's it's for for and it's been like I say, for the most part well received, and I'm happy for him. I'm proud for him. So let's see, what time is 7:30. I can't go real over today because I've actually got some errands stuff I have to run. The wife is off today, and so I've got she's gonna be home. She's got some things she's got to do, and some things that she's wanting me to do, honeydews and things like that. And so I can't go like really too long today. But I do have just a couple of the things real quick that I do want to go over here. There's a game that's been out for a long time, and the game is called Ark Survival. So this game has had some big controversy attached to it in recent months. Like I said, this is an older game, and it's a survival game, but it's on the premise of you've got modern stuff, but you show up on a beach, right? And there's all these dinosaurs and stuff around you. There's certain things that you can do. There's bosses. You can tame dinosaurs. Your tamed dinosaurs actually will do work for you, like mundane tasks and stuff, as well as fight. You breed them. There's PvP aspects to it, so your tribe could fight another tribe. That's all this thing. I played the game with some friends. It is a very time consuming game, and it just was just time I didn't have to do. I would hop in and play here and there, whatever. But it's okay. It's an okay game. Well, recently, they were going to like, because like I say, it's an older game. They've had several expansions. They decided they were going to make Ark 2. Well, there was some things that occurred there, and Ark 2 wasn't getting developed like it was. There was monies that were borrowed, deadlines that weren't met. So what they decided to do instead was they decided to go a different direction, and so they're calling it Ark Survival Ascended. And it's essentially the same ideas and mechanics of the original game. However, they redid the game in Real Engine 5. So the graphics are a lot better. It's a newer, more modern engine. So therefore you're able to do better graphics and better things. Well, part of the problem is there's two things that has happened in recent months that's caused a lot of chaos within that community. One of them was there was what was called the official servers, and then you could either host your own through, like, you would go to a game hosting company and pay a subscription every month to where you would get some rack space for a server, and you could run your own Ark servers. Or you could, if you had a PC, you could run your own games and stuff there, and your buddies, whatever, could play on that way. Well, on the official server, a bunch of the there was a really big clan, or I think they call them tribes in the game, people that involve like some devs and what have you, and they pretty much were running run shot over other clans or whatever in this thing as well. So this other really big group of people that had primarily been playing on private stuff decided that they were going to go over and amass, and so they did, and they built up and they played, and they under the rules and stuff that was set for that server, for the official servers. And what they did was they launched an attack, and what they wound up doing was they actually wound up defeating this really big group of like I say, people, was like devs and things and what have you. And they got mad about it, and they wound up banning all these people to where they were not allowed to play on official servers anymore, right? They basically threw a temper tantrum because they got beat at a game. Right? They got a little sour-assed, and they banned these people off of the games. Well, why is that a big deal? Well, I'm going to share with you why that's a big deal because of this new game. Now, they've come out with this new game, like I said, Ark Survival Ascended, and it's supposed to be being released here shortly. The problem is they've shut down all the other Ark Survival servers. They've shut them down. Not only have they shut them down, they won't actually allow you to run those servers anymore, right? So hosting companies, whatever, and not only that, they're making everybody repurchase the game. It's the same game. They just put it on a different engine. They modernized it a little bit, right? So they're making everybody repurchase the game. And I think it's going to be like 40 or 50 bucks or something like that for the game again, right? Now, here's the thing. In the past, like I said, they always allowed the consumers, right? The people who enjoy this game to run their own private servers. So as we learn in this Twitter video here by this guy, Nerdy the Noodle, this is what's fixing to happen. And there's a lot of people within the Ark community that's really upset about this.
All right, so to break this down, I got class in like 10 minutes, but basically Nitrado has just shut out the ability for Ark players to host their own servers, whether through, over on their own machines or through metalware that they're renting out. Yesterday, I just rented out a 12-month upfront subscription to do just this because I'm familiar with hosting my own servers, and I expected that Nitrado was going to hold up what I'm pretty damn sure they said they were going to do, which is allow you to host your own servers for ASA. But apparently you can't do that, and you're going to have to go through them to get to host your own dedicated servers. This is completely unacceptable, and to be quite honest, if this isn't fixed within a week, I'm not playing ASA. I'm not supporting this game. I'm not going to record it. I'll find something else to do. Just flat out. So
anyway, there's now even more, like I said, there's even more dissension within the Ark community. Like I know
I'm making a cake of
what did that play for? Golly. Shanri, right? Shanri the sheep. You guys remember Shanri the sheep? She plays Ark. She's a real big Ark. I know my buddies that play Ark and stuff. We'll see that in a minute. Just calm down, median. We'll show about that cake. We'll show the cake here in a minute. We was talking about them, and they was like, "Yeah, okay." I said, "Well, they're not gonna let you have your own servers and stuff." And they're like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, you have to go through them, whatever." So I don't know. Like I said, if they wind up doing what they say they're going to be doing, I don't know how that's going to turn out. I think it's going to cause some, because you know how these and I'm a fanboy of certain games, and if they don't do certain things, I get upset too. So I'm not necessarily, but you know how people who really get stoked about a game or something, and the devs or whatever, they do something that to you feels like, man, this is such a betrayal. This is such a, it's whatever the situation can be. And, they can just flame up on them big time. So this could potentially be one of those situations. I don't know. We'll see. So let's see here. Let's watch this, and I'm going to have to get out of here for the day. So what we have here, and I got a little bit of news I want to tell you guys about. Something I think you guys might be excited about. We'll see. But anyway.
I'm making a cake of an epic horror film character. You're gonna have to trust the process on this one, because right now it's not looking too good. But we'll get there. Cakes like these take a long time to make. This one took me about 30 to 35 hours. I gotta get the proportions right. There's a lot of different textures. But don't get me wrong, I have a lot of fun doing it. My absolute favorite part of making this cake is painting it. The color just brings it to life. It makes it look so creepy. Are you ready to see the finished cake? And here it is, a Freddy Krueger cake. What character do you want to see me making cake?
It is so wow, not Zali. Ooh, Rooney Boo. It is so amazing to me what these bakers, these cake artists can do. Looks overcooked. Yeah, exactly. Toxic. It does look a little overcooked, right? It's just amazing to me what they can do, right? They're true artists. They are 100% true artists. It's just wow. That's just amazing to me. So, all right. So let me give you guys a little bit of an update, some things that is going to be happening. Saturday morning, tomorrow morning, there will not be a members only stream. Okay, and here's why. Saturday evening, I'm going to say probably around 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I've got to dot some I's and cross some T's. I've got some people that I'm going to play Phasmophobia with, and I'm going to stream it for y'all's pleasure, right? Now, Phasmophobia is one of those jump scary type games. I don't know if it's necessarily as bad as like Five Nights at Freddy's, but irrespective, tomorrow night, I'm going to be playing it over on my. I've got a YouTube channel where I play games. Okay, I haven't done a whole lot with it. I played some games over there, or whatever, but I'm gonna do it over there. But I know DMax has said he's going to try to be there. My buddy Tear, I think, is going to be there, and I believe my youngest son is going to join us as well. So we potentially have a full party of 4 that is going to do this, right? So watch my Twitter, right? If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Make sure you're at Riverter, right? Over on the Twitter. I will. What? I see you, maggot. What do you want? What do you want? Yes. You got my attention. What do you want? Yeah, I understand that she wants me, K-Huck. I see her. What do you want? Did you see the clip I sent you? Which one am I? Okay. Hang on a second, guys. Let me see what she sent me. I got to mute everything so that I can look at these things, because with maggot edits... Oh, my garden seed. How do I? Okay. All right, I'll show it. Let's see. I got to change scenes. I go over here. I'm stopping everything I'm doing just for you, maggot. I hope you're happy. Here we go. You ready?
Do you want to call me mommy? Do you want to call me mommy? Do you want to call me mommy?
I don't know. Do you guys want to call DMax mommy? I don't want to call DMax mommy, but if you guys want to call DMax mommy, go right ahead. But anyway, so tomorrow night, like I say, check out my Twitter, whatever. I will try to also post a link to it in the community tab of this channel as well, with a link to that one so you guys can see it. Hopefully you guys come over and hang out with us. We'll have some fun. T-Max is a grandma. Maybe so. I don't know. But anyway, I've got to get out of here. Again, like I said, there will not be a member stream in the morning, but I am going to do a gaming stream for you guys tomorrow night. Anyway, what is that? Can I get that as a dono sound, please? Sure. Oh, on here? You want that to be a dono sound on this channel? I don't know. Yeah, you could. Talk to Maggot. If Maggot's cool with you taking it, I don't. That you guys work that out on your own, Squatching. That's between you and Maggot. I don't care if you want to. Yeah. The stream elements shit. It's not too difficult, Squatching. Hit me up, and I'll be glad to help you go through it. It's not too terribly hard. I can help you do that. So anyway, I do have to get out of here. Thank you guys again for tuning in this morning. I appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow evening. We'll play some Phasmophobia, have some fun. I'm sure there will be some yells and screams and jumps and whatever else, that type of stuff. But until then, make sure that you leave a like, thumbs up on the video. Maybe if you haven't subscribed, maybe I've warranted a subscription for you guys. But just remember, everything that this channel raises through AdSense or through donations, merch sales. I do have a merch store. Any all proceeds goes into a fund that I turn around and use to buy pieces of technology and stuff for streamers to help them better stream, to make you guys content, entertain you guys. So on that note, remember guys to keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.